You're listening to Smart Bites, where big learning comes in small, digestible bites. Each episode, we break down fascinating topics from science and history to life skills and creativity into quick, fun lessons you can enjoy anytime, anywhere. So grab your headphones, open up your mind, and get ready to take a Smart Bite. Hello, friends, and welcome back to Smart Bites, where we believe in learning in small, digestible bites, even when the lessons themselves feel mighty big. I'm your host, Moonie, and today we're stepping into one of humanity's oldest habits, pausing at the edge of time. December has always been a doorway month. The light fades earlier, the air grows quieter, and something deep inside us whispers to slow down. It's the same feeling you get when the Christmas dishes are finally washed. The house smells faintly of coffee and pine, and you ease down into a chair saying, "Lord, I'm tired, but I'm thankful." In the South, we've always understood that some seasons are meant for sitting a spell, not sprinting. That instinct isn't laziness, it's a legacy. Long before planners, productivity apps, or resolutions written in bold ink, people used this season to reflect, reckon, and reset their hearts. So today, we're honoring that instinct, not to judge the year, but to understand it. We tend to measure years by milestones. Jobs changed, grades earned, houses moved into, doors closed or opened. But life rarely teaches its most important lessons in obvious ways. Psychologists refer to something called implicit learning, the kind of learning that happens quietly, without formal instruction or conscious awareness. It forms through repeated experiences, emotional responses, and adaptation. You don't study it, you absorb it. This year, likely, taught you things you didn't write down, such as how much uncertainty can you tolerate, what your nervous system does under prolonged stress, which relationships steady you and which ones slowly drain you. Often, we don't realize we've grown until we respond differently than we once did. A calmer answer where there used to be panic, a boundary where there used to be silence. That's learning at work. The year didn't just happen to you. It shaped you quietly, like water smoothing a stone. It's a bit like an old cast iron skillet passed down through generations. It didn't get smooth overnight. It got that way from years of heat, use, and care. Life seasons do the same thing to us. Slow, steady shaping that only shows up when you look back. That urge to pause at year's end isn't modern, it's ancient. Early civilizations tracked time by celestial patterns, especially the winter solstice, the longest night of the year. For ancient cultures across Europe and Asia, the solstice marked both an ending and a promise. The light would return. Rituals during this season focused on taking inventory, honoring ancestors, and preparing for renewal. Stonehenge, built over 4,500 years ago, aligns precisely with the solstice sunrise and sunset, clear evidence that humans organized their lives around this pause in light. Later, religious traditions layered meaning into the season. In Christianity, Advent became a time of waiting and self-examination. In Judaism, cycles of reflection and repentance were woven into the calendar. Across cultures, the message was consistent. Before moving forward, look inward. We didn't invent year-end reflection. We inherited it. You can still see echoes of it today. Folks cleaning out closets between Christmas and New Year's, families gathering to tell the same stories they've told for decades, somebody inevitably saying, "Well, this year sure taught me something." That's tradition doing its quiet work. Modern neuroscience confirms what tradition always knew. Reflection activates what scientists call the default mode network in the brain, the system response for self-awareness, memory integration, and meaning-making. When we pause to reflect, the brain organizes experiences into coherent narratives instead of leaving them as scattered stressors. Research shows that reflective practices such as journaling, gratitude, and intentional review can reduce cortisol levels, improve emotional regulation, strengthen long-term memory, increase resilience and perspective. In simple terms, reflection helps your brain file the year away properly so it doesn't spill into the next one as unresolved weight. Your ancestors rested because their bodies demanded it. Science now confirms what tradition already practiced. That's why, even now, after the holiday wind down, there's a natural slump, less motivation, more yawns, a desire for soup instead of salads. Your brain and body are waving a little white flag asking for reflection before renewal. Now, some lessons never arrive politely. Psychologists describe stress-related growth the way manageable hardship, when processed, can deepen empathy, adaptability, and wisdom. While trauma can harm, challenge that is acknowledged and reflected upon can strengthen. History offers countless examples. Generations shaped by economic hardship learn restraint and creativity. Periods of isolation produce reflection, faith renewal, and art. Difficulty has always been a teacher, stern but thorough. On a personal level, these lessons often show up as learning your limits, accepting help from others, redefining success, and letting go of control. Hard lessons don't mean the year was wasted. They mean the year worked on you in ways comfort never could. Most of us can point to a moment this year that felt like getting the wind knocked out of us. An unexpected bill, a phone call that changed the day, a plan that fell apart at the worst possible time. And yet, looking back, we can see it taught us something sturdier than ease ever could. As the year closes, there's pressure to reinvent ourselves. New year, new you. Clean slate, big promises. But historically, humans didn't treat the turning of the year like a personal demolition project. They treated it like an inheritance. In agrarian societies, families didn't start over every winter. They carried forward what worked, tools sharpened by use, seeds saved from the strongest of plants, stories passed down to remind them who they were. Survival depended upon discernment, not reinvention. Modern psychology supports this wisdom. Research on habit formation shows lasting change is more successful when built on existing behaviors rather than dramatic overhauls. The brain resists sudden identity shifts but responds well to continuity. So, instead of asking, "What should I change?" ask, "What deserves to stay?" What habits steadied you this year? Which values held you when things got hard? What lessons, earned slowly, now belong to you? These aren't resolutions, they're inheritances, tested by real life. In the same way, Southern families pass things down. Not the fancy china nobody's allowed to touch, but the good stuff. The biscuit recipe written on a flour-stained card. The habit of showing up with a casserole when someone's hurting. The lesson that you finish when you start and help your neighbors when you can. When you carry the right things forward, you honor the work the year already did on you. Sweetheart, you don't owe this year a perfect summary. Instead, ask yourself, what patterns do I recognize now? What truths did repetition teach me? What am I wiser about, even if I'm still tired? Traditionally, the year-end reflection wasn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to what mattered most, with clarity. Carry forward what strengthened you. Release what drained you. Honor what taught you. Thanks for joining me here today on Smart Bites. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and be blessed. And I'll see you again next year.